What's up, guys? We are back with another video. If you are new here, my name is Sammy and we are the Mermaid Gang. This is where you can come and suspend your disbelief. I am a manifestation coach, so if you would like for me to help you dissolve whatever's between you and your manifestations, go ahead and sign up for my waitlist below. I also have coaches. Check all that out. I'm not gonna ramble before my video. You guys know I've posted this everywhere. Okay. Let's get into today's video. I always do success stories, but I really wanted to do some revision success stories because you guys are always asking me like questions about revision. Does it really change the past? Yes, it does. Does it change everything that it caused, that thing caused? Yes, everything changes. Everything changes. Revision is fucking powerful. So I'm about to read you some success stories. I literally asked my group, guys, do you have any revision success stories? I'm reading to you from what they commented in my group. These are real people. These are not shit I looked up on the internet. These are my Mermaid Gang members, my family members. These are my people telling you guys that the shit works. All right. I don't know if I can read all of them because there's like a lot, but I'm gonna read as many as possible, so let's just do this. I saw a post of him tagging a random girl on Facebook. I revised it to be me. 1 week later, it happened. Never happened before until I did revision. I revised a breakup. My boyfriend didn't even remember that he told me to break up after a few days. I kept saying that I'm the only woman he loves. He treats me like a queen. He's so in love with me. My professor put a 0 in my grade book. I revised it and she changed my grade to 100 a few days later. Had a big fight with a friend earlier this year. It was very bad and she deleted me on everything and told me to have a nice life. Well, I revised that shit and she texted me randomly congratulating me on a new job and said, let's be friends again. I think this counts. I work in healthcare and it's been less than fun. I was supposed to walk into a crazy busy day at work today. Up until last night, I was getting texts about how insanely busy it's been and how awful it was gonna be today. I'm not gonna lie, it was stressing me out. All night I kept telling myself, I work in a calm environment. I'm so lucky to have stress-free work days over and over and over. I walked into absolutely nothing. There was nothing waiting for me. No phone, no messages, no faxes to be worked on, nothing. Everything ended up perfectly spread throughout the day. No one could believe it. I wanted to look at everyone and say, you're welcome. I had a huge fight with neighbors. It was an ugly argument and I even yelled at them. I later felt guilty about it, although the fight was picked up by them. I didn't like the fact that I lost my cool, so I went inside and relaxed, revised the scene into a small talk. I did this in the day and once before bed, and oh my God, you won't believe it, but right after a day, she speaks to me like nothing happened at all and really sweetly, and continues being sweet. This happened 20 days ago. I'm still shocked. Mind you, my neighbor has a history of fighting with people and totally cutting them off. I've been using revision on a roll since then. It's definitely more powerful than it seems. Huge credit to you for introducing us to this. My SP hung up on me. I decided not to react and revised that he did not hang up on me and he lost connection in the area he's in. 5 minutes later, he sends me a text and asks if I hung up on him or did he lose connection. I've always been on the fence about getting another dog because her heart was broken from the death of our previous one. I started affirming she's dog crazy and that she's always been that way. And now she keeps wanting to be around dogs. She asks other people's dogs. She asked other people if she can pet their dogs, and now she's taken steps to take care of a stray that wandered into our village. I hadn't heard from my SP all day. He's usually constantly trying to speak to me, so it was odd. I held off the urge to text first. I've decided I'm gonna go all out on manifesting this relationship, so therefore I pledged not to do anything in the 3D. And instead, before I got into bed, I affirmed a few times, he spoke to me today. Duh, of course he did. That's all he ever does. My friend sent me a Snapchat a few moments later and I opened it. I saw the chat box with SP underneath my friend's chat box, and it was still marked as me having opened his goodnight message from 24 hours ago and nothing since. But for some reason, I clicked on the chat box and there was a lovely message from SP that had been sent 3 hours prior. But the app had glitched, or my reality revised itself and hadn't alerted me to it. Yeah, okay, so let's talk about that one specifically. One, I tell you to revise at the end of your day. If what you wanted to happen did not happen, revise it at the end of the day as if it did. You see, she did that. She revised. So therefore, because she revised that he had messaged her, he did. It glitched. No, she revised, and therefore that message had to have happened. Revise in your day. My SP blocked me after a fight, but then I revised and affirmed, and he messaged me saying he just needs time to get over it. That one's pretty funny. Last week, my SP, who I'm friends with benefits with, called me and said things were getting too exclusive and relationshipy between us. He said he wanted us to stop being intimate with each other and that we needed to stop kissing hello and goodbye and being romantic. I persisted through my affirmations and said it as if I was calling my bestie saying, I shit you not. He just called me and said he loves me and wants to be with me. A week later, he was begging me to see him and come over, begging me to come down the coast with him. He was acting as if our phone call never happened, because it didn't. When I saw him the next day, we were intimate. We hung out. It was very close. He initiated all cuddling and kissing, and yes, this time he went in and gave me a passionate kiss goodbye, which is what he said he did not want anymore. He did this twice now. Because it literally changes. It literally changes. I swear to God, I discovered a cluster of bed bugs in my living room a week ago. I've been told that by the time you find them, chances are they've already spread in your apartment. I felt so discouraged because the exterminator was only available a week later, this Thursday. Yet I started affirming this shit would never happen to me and my home is always clean. Guess what? The exterminator performed the treatment yesterday and then told me he found nothing. I was shook. Shouldn't be shook at this point. I started saying, fuck this, I am money and this shit loves me like I love it. I'm proud of myself, I'm doing it right, and my money is already here. Just waiting for the deposits today. And it came 24 hours later without notice. Overnight revision. I never saw anyone besides my parents, and I decided that maybe I wanted to bring a friend over that I knew had tested negative for COVID, as well as myself, trying to be as safe as possible. She let me know she was free, but I usually get those intrusive thoughts that tell me, what if she can't come? She might cancel last minute, and I tried brushing it off instead of affirming longer. Earlier that night, she told me she wasn't gonna make it because of a serious family problem, but instead of bitching about it and getting all sad, I just went, LOL, that's funny. She's always available. She always comes over. Oh, she'll tell me she can make it because she will. I looped it for a few minutes, and I would be lying if I said I didn't get the intrusive thoughts, but I kept affirming and affirming and affirming. The next morning, I started getting those thoughts again, but kept persisting no matter what thought came up, which is big because you feel a thought coming up. Just because you feel a thought coming up, it doesn't mean to stop affirming to acknowledge it for a long ass time. I canceled it and kept persisting. She was supposed to come over at 12 p.m. and it was 10 a.m. Usually I would have told myself that she might not even come, but not this time. At 10:30, she sent me a message telling me she was able to come. She did come a lot later, but sooner than what she had told me. Why? Because as soon as she said she was gonna get here at 3 p.m., I said, she's gonna be here at 2 p.m. and just replayed it in my head. I heard a message coming in at 2:02 and she told me she was outside, and I even manifested her staying longer. By the way, her sister was in the ER and she had to stay with her, but she got better. So yes, things will have to conform for you. See, even anything that is stopping your manifestation has to conform, has to change so that it's no longer stopping your manifestation. It either has to change or go away. I wanted my SP to spend some time with me, but he started doing something else. I had to revise on the spot. I literally visualized him coming into my room and getting into bed with me. Literally 10 minutes later, he comes in, LOL. I've noticed to revise immediately though, not a second later. No time to feel bad or sad. I did not like his first choice, so I changed it. And it's been working for days in a row. About 16 years back, I had an accident and I had a stitch in my nose, which was visible. I revised that the accident never occurred, and a week later, the stitch mark was gone, and it's completely gone now. Holy shit. So scars. Yes, you can revise scars. When I was manifesting my SP, I texted him if he wanted to go to this restaurant, and he said no. I revised it. He said yes. 5 minutes later, he texted me back and said, let's go. And we went. That's how you get what you want. Don't accept anything you don't want. Don't take no for an answer. No. What the fuck is a no? Okay, there's way more. So if you want me to do a part 2, I will. But I don't want to make this video like 20 minutes freaking long of just sitting here reading stories. I think we pretty much covered almost every scenario. But I will make a part 2 if you want me to. Revision literally changes the situation. It changes what happened as if it never happened. Sometimes people forget, sometimes they don't, but it doesn't matter. It still changes it, and their mind changes with it. So whether they forget or not doesn't really matter. But either way, as you can see, it changes the thing, and it changes anything that it caused. So never go to bed thinking about how you did not get your manifestation, how what you wanted did not happen that day. Go to bed and just affirm, like, oh my God, like he texted me all day today. I got my job today. I got my new house today. I was approved today. It happened today. My money came in today. What a wonderful day I had. What a wonderful fucking day. Do not ever go to bed thinking about how you did not get what you wanted. Revise your day and it will become true. Okay? Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And we out.